Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jason McPhee with the Raptors cast. We are live at the Congressional Cup up here in Washington, D.C. We're at the Ion Center about to play the Reston Raiders. Unfortunately, there are no stands here. It's standing room only around this rink, so I parked myself down in the corner. It looks like I'm behind the Raiders here, and I'll do my best to get you some decent film work. You might have to bear with me as I make some adjustments. Down on the far end are the Raptors getting their warm-up in. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't control how the seating works in each rink. There's literally nowhere else to set up. So I'm going to zoom back out, and yeah, we'll just call the game and let you know what's happening. Hopefully there's a lot of action down in this end, so you get to see more of the team. Right now you're watching the Reston team warm up because the Raptors are at the far end. We're down to our last 30 seconds of the warm-up. About to get this game underway here momentarily. Hopefully all the Raptors are feeling good after this long drive up today. I know some families came up yesterday, but hopefully everyone's kind of knocked that dust off from a long drive. Sometimes we come out a little sluggish. I'd like to see us get out to a quick start. All right, that was the buzzer. Both teams are collecting up the pucks. Raptors are over at the bench. Coaches are giving them a pregame speech. Raptors are ready to go. It looks like Waldron, Schroeder, and Doss coming out to kick things off. I see Okyabrski and Anthony on defense. Medlin's getting the start. I believe he's using Cosolito's stick. Apparently he left both of his sticks back home. That's right, these things happen and we adapt and adjust to it. Waldron on the draw. Reston comes up with it, pushes it ahead. Okyabrski fields it. Reston picks it off. They're offsides as they go into our zone. Let me try to zoom in a little so you can see when the action's down there. It's going to be a face-off right outside the Raptor zone in front of our bench. Waldron pushes it over to Doss. Doss tries to chip it past the defenseman. It's blocked. Waldron comes in to dig it. Puck battle along the boards. Okyabrski scoops it up, sends it over to Anthony. It's a little bit ahead of him. Anthony turns, fires it up along the boards. Waldron scoops the puck up. Waldron coming, dumps it into the corner right in front of me. Doss coming in to play the puck. They wrap it around the boards, past Schroeder. Reston sends it up to the left wing. Left wing carries, centering. Nice pass right to the center. Reston making their way up the ice. Shot, they whiff. Puck goes down to the corner. Reston tries to center one, it's blocked. They still have the puck. Put it in the middle. They get a shot off. Looks like Medlin made the initial save. 12:07 left in the first. It looks like we're running 13-minute periods, and we're going to get a line change for the Raptors. It's McPhee, Lane, and Anaya. And on defense, it looks like Robinson and Hollingworth. Anaya on the draw, pushed it ahead. Hollingworth pushed it up to McPhee. McPhee tries to cut back, has it knocked off his stick. Hollingworth goes down, goes all the way in on Medlin. He scoops it up. It'll be another face-off inside the zone. Anaya on the face-off. He wins it back. Robinson chasing. Pressured by Reston. Reston still in possession, centering attempt. McPhee comes over, picks it up. Tries to send it over to Lane. It was a little bit behind. Reston has the puck. They send it into the neutral zone. Robinson's on it. Robinson looks, pushes it to the middle. It's a little bit behind Anaya. Reston sends it into our zone. Up to Lane. Lane's over the red line, tries to cut back. Puck's chipped along the boards. Reston has it as they go into our zone. DiLorenzo's on, playing defense. They cut back, pass Hollingworth, wind up. Shot goes wide right of the net. Anaya scoops it up. He sees McPhee, tries to send it over. Reston reads it, but it gets through. McPhee coming in. He's supported by Lane. McPhee winds up to Lane. Oh! He hit his stick, but he couldn't handle it. Anaya has it, trying to dig it out in the corner. Anaya pushed it up to the point to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo loses it in his feet, turns it over to Reston. Reston carries. We're changing. McPhee's over to the bench. Reston got caught off sides. Good opportunity there for the Raptors early in the period. Couldn't convert. That's all right, though. We look for more opportunities. It's going to be Yellen, Felmley, and Wolf with Hoover and DiLorenzo on D. We win the draw, but chip it ahead to Reston. Reston carries. They go into our zone. He cuts back, goes down. Puck is loose along the blue line. Knocked away by Wolf. Reston holds the zone. Hoover steps up to the point. Wolf carrying, has it knocked off his sticks. He's pushed hard into the boards. Reston carries into our zone. Over to the left side. Reston still in possession. Up to the point. D-to-D pass. It's picked off by Yellen. Yellen carries, puts a move on, sends it ahead. It goes between the defenseman's legs. Puck goes all the way down. Reston scoops it up around their own net. Reston carries. Nice heads-up pass there over to the left side. Reston makes their way into our zone. Picked off by Hoover. Hoover fighting to get it out of the zone. She does. Reston's going to have to regroup. McLam whacks at it, sends it ahead. Wolf tries to carry it into the zone, turns it over. Yellen pushes it in, and we're going to be offsides right there on the blue line. Good effort there. I like that they were fighting to keep the puck in the zone. Just a bad turnover. Nothing the kids did wrong. All right, looks like we're going to be back to Waldron, Schroeder, and Doss with Okyabrski and Anthony on D. Waldron comes away with it off of the face-off. He's carrying into the zone right below me. Waldron digging in the corner. Reston wraps it around the boards. Anthony races in to hold the zone. He does. Schroeder's going to dig it out in the front. Schroeder on his backhand sends one to the net. Rebound. Doss stabs at it. Good opportunity there. Schroeder puts it on net. Doss is there for the rebound. That's what we want to see. 9:22 left in the first period. 0-0 hockey game. We'll keep the same crew out there. Waldron on his second face-off of this shift. Right over to Schroeder. He winds up. Goalie paddles it off to the side. Reston grabs it behind their net. Harassed by Waldron. They turn and cut back the other way. Send it. Schroeder breaks that up. He's taken down. Waldron comes in, picks up the loose puck, sends it to the middle. Goalie has to make a save. Waldron on the rebound. Doss couldn't get a stick on it. Good opportunity there. Reston comes away with it. Doss tries to ride him to the boards. Reston pushes it up. They're into our zone. Waldron picks it off. Now Schrader has it. Schroeder carries and dumps it in. Good job. He's coming off the ice for a change. Waldron pressuring as it goes behind their net. They whiff on it. Still in possession. Reston centers one. Oh, Anaya whiffed on that as he made a play for the puck. It came out pretty quick. Oktyabrski has it. Over to Anthony. It's along the boards. Anthony has it taken off of his stick. Reston goes into our zone. McPhee on the back check. Stabbing, he knocks it away. It goes into the corner. Fired up along the board. Sends it wide. Tries to get to Lane. It's blocked by Reston, but it still gets through. Lane coming in. He sends it to the middle off of Anaya's stick. Anaya pressuring. McPhee blocks that along the boards. McPhee tries to chip it. Reston comes up with it. Reston carrying through the neutral zone. They're into our zone. They cut to the middle on two defenders. It's knocked away. Robinson made a nice play on the puck. Anaya has it. Sends it up along the boards. McPhee's there. McPhee accessing. He's trying to hit Lane. It's knocked off of his stick. Good back check by Reston. They send it into the zone. Hollingworth's on the puck. He turns, sends it up along the boards to McPhee. The defenseman steps in and holds the zone. It skirts into the middle to Lane. Lane carrying, pushes it ahead. It's taken off of his stick. Reston goes into our zone. They cut back onto the forehand, wind up for a shot. Nice save by Medlin. He scoops that up with no rebound. We're going to change up the lines. It'll be, looks like we're back to Wolf, Emily, and Yellen with Hoover. I assume Hoover and DiLorenzo. Face-off goes up to the point. Felmley gets a stick on it. It's down in our corner, up along the boards, and Reston dumps it back in deep. DiLorenzo scoops it up, wraps it up along the boards. Yellen's there. He just chips it out of the zone. Reston regrouping in the neutral. Ref gets in the way. Blocked by Wolf, but right to a Reston stick. Unfortunate bounce. Reston to the outside. Centering attempt. Goes wide. Yellen racing. The defenseman. They're going to have to regroup. Wolf's there. He gets to play on the puck. Yellen's into the zone. Wolf was offsides. It's unfortunate right there. .6:58 left in the first. We still have a 0-0 hockey game. Still Wolf, Felmley, and McClam. Wolf, Felmley, and Yellen. Hoover and DiLorenzo on D. Reston comes up with the puck. They make his own entry. Puck stalled on the blue line. Puck scrum along the boards. Just inside the blue line. We've got 3 Raptors players and 2 Reston players in there. Hoover comes away with the puck. It's knocked off her stick. Reston scoops it up. Wolf comes in, shuts down the boards. Reston scoops it. They're crumped to the top. It's knocked away. Yellen skating. Yellen makes his own entry. Tries to put a move on. Player goes down, loses a glove and a stick. Yellen chips it ahead. Yellen crushes. Reston comes away with it. They're into our zone. He puts the brakes on, cuts back. It was knocked off by, it looked like Oktyabrski. Reston picks it right back up, winding along the top of the circle. It's knocked off into the corner. Shot goes into the net. It's still loose in front. Oktyabrski comes away with it. He tries to put a move on, turns it over, backhands it up towards the point. Nice play by Doss to get past the defenseman. Doss carrying. He's got Felmley in support. Doss winds up. Oh, goalie makes a glove save. It goes off into the corner. Felmley tries to chip it back down low. Reston picks it up. They exit their zone. Schroeder stabs at it. Schroeder being aggressive on his forecheck. Coaches are calling for Felmley to get off the ice so we can get Waldron out there. Doss and Schroeder are already out. Anthony and Oktyabrski are on the defense. It's banged up along the boards to Schroeder. Defense holds, chips it down low. It skirts out into the middle. Doss has it, tries to hit Schroeder. Nice pass. Schroeder cuts behind one, loses a handle on the puck, tries to shut down the boards. Reston kicks it low. Waldron comes in. It's a D-to-D pass by the Raiders. Up to the point. Oktyabrski steps in, holds his own. Nice play there. Big puck battle along the boards. Oktyabrski kicks it loose. Schroeder reaches for it. It's still loose in the zone. Schroeder's taken down, no penalty. Reston comes up with it. Oh, Schroeder has it. Wraparound attempt. It goes off the side of the net. Waldron's got it. He cuts back towards me. Looking at his options. Waldron's still in possession. Sees Doss, tries to center. Nice pass, but it doesn't get all the way through. Waldron backhands it to Schroeder. Schroeder centering attempt to Doss's backhand. Doss just chips at it. Anthony makes a late step. He holds his own, but we're going to be offsides. Raptors looking pretty good here in the first period. Some good opportunities. Should be a center ice face-off, and it is. 4:23 left in the first period. It's still a 0-0 hockey game. It's going to be McPhee, Lane, and looks like Felmley. McPhee comes up with the puck off the face-off. Chips it over to the far side. Felmley's racing to it. Felmley tries to backhand it into the zone. He gets a little on it. Far side pass by Reston. No one was there. Hollingworth's chasing. He chips it up ahead. It's Hollingworth and Robinson on D. McPhee picks that off. Tries to send it to Anaya. It's blocked. They go past Anaya. Past Felmley. Reston's into our zone. Cuts to the forehand. Push to the outside by Hollingworth. Shot. Goes high over the top of the net. May have hit the crossbar. I thought I heard noise. Felmley pushes it to the middle. Right to a Reston player. McPhee blocks it with his skate. Anaya cuts back. He's in. He winds up. Shot. It goes wide left of the net. Felmley in. Chips it down low. Reston in, digging. Anaya pushes it over. He looks to center one. Another player from Reston comes in and helps dig it out. Anaya and Felmley both working down low. McPhee's in front of the net. Puck's loose. Anaya centers one, tries to hit McPhee. It's loose. McPhee gets the shot off, and it's a goal. Nice play. Good digging in the corners by Anaya. He gets it to McPhee. His first shot doesn't get through. Second effort, bangs it in. Good grinding goal right there by the Raptors. 3:20 left in the first period, and we've got a 1-0 lead. I like the work down in the corner by Anaya and Felmley to create that opportunity. All right, looks like we've got Wolf, McLam, and Yellen out there with DiLorenzo and Hoover. I apologize. It is far for me on some of these, so it's taking a little while to get the names called in. But Reston comes up with the puck into our zone off of that draw. They got a quick shot off. They want to make up for that goal. You can see it. Skirts out to the middle. Reston shot, goes over the top of the net. DiLorenzo stepped up on that one. Reston holds his own. DiLorenzo tries to fire it out, goes right into the middle. Shot attempt. Kicks off into the corner. It's fired behind the net, wrapping around. Yellen racing to get there. Yellen's first. He tries to push it to the middle. That's blocked. It's loose on the blue line. Reston holds his own. Shot from the point. Goes wide left into the corner. Wolf's over there. He tries to kick it up to himself. Reston comes out with it to DiLorenzo. He bangs it off the boards. It's out of the zone. Reston will have to regroup. They're in their own zone. Pressured by Yellen. They just send it ahead. Hoover picks it up. Turns. Fires it. It's a little bit behind Wolf. And it's going to come all the way down. Reston has the puck in their zone. Coming behind their own net. Pressured to Wolf. He takes the backwards angle over to the left wing. Pass took a weird bounce. Hoover thought about holding the zone. She chips it back in. Icing, or offsides was negated there. It's pushed ahead. DiLorenzo scoops it up in our zone. He sends it over to Yellen. A little bit ahead of him, but good idea by DiLorenzo. That was a nice looking pass. Reston has it in our zone. Tries to put a move on its block. Hoover fires it over to the boards. Reston turns and wraps it. It goes around. Looks like Schroeder had the puck, perhaps. No. Yep, it was Schroeder. He scooped it up. He's digging it down low. Cuts back up to the middle. Schroeder still carrying. Past the defenseman, sends it up into the middle. Reston turns, dumps it in deep. Okyabrski's on the puck. He's got it behind our net. Okyabrski carrying. Okyabrski's over the red line. He's got support. Okyabrski's in. Backhand towards the net. Reston scoops it up and knocks it off to the boards. Okyabrski's still there, up to the point. Schroeder winds up. Slap shot. It's blocked, but Doss almost got onto that one. Reston scoops it up and they're out of the zone. Centering attempt is knocked away off of Schroeder's leg, right back to Reston. They're into our zone. Over to the boards. Schroeder chips at it. Waldron comes up, fires it up towards the point. Reston holds his own. They send one towards the net. It goes firing off wide right. Okyabrski digging in the corner. He kicks it up ahead. Waldron comes up to help out. Waldron swats at it, centering attempt, goes all the way wrapping around. Defenseman steps in, holds his own, carries it down into the corner, winds up for a forehand shot. It kicks off almost up to the point. Doss is skating. Okyabrski, far side pass that's picked off. Waldron on the back check. Reston gets a shot off. Medlin makes the save, pushes it over to the side, and falls on top of it for a face-off inside our zone. 10 seconds left in the first period. Good opportunity there for Reston. Nice saves by Medlin to fall on top of that puck and not give up another rebound. We're going to have Lane, McPhee, and Anaya. Looks like Anthony and Okyabrski will stay out there. See if we can pull some last-second magic here. Anaya wins it back clean, sends it up to the point. McPhee racing to get there. It's chipped past him. Anthony rides it to the boards. He's just trying to freeze it and kill this clock. Reston's in there digging. McPhee tries to clear the zone, and that's going to be the end of the first period. Good period of hockey. Nice start to the tournament for the Raptors. We got a 1-0 lead. It's a good matchup here against this Reston team. I'd like to see us carry this momentum into the second period and get some more opportunities. Hopefully you guys are able to see. I'm trying to zoom in when it's down on the far side there, doing the best I can. It's pretty long shot here. If I was on the center ice, you wouldn't be able to see anything along the board, so it's probably the best I could do right now. If we were on the, there's another rink in here that the Caps practice on, and it's really, really nice. If we were in there, there's bleachers and we would have a really nice view, but that's okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe one of the coaches would pass it for you. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, that's true. All right, looks like we're going to keep the same group out there for this period. It's Lane, Anaya, McPhee, Robinson, and Hollingworth. It's really nice to see Lane back out there. He looks a lot better from last week. So in 1 week, he's made tremendous strides in his recovery. He's moving pretty well out there today. Anaya's on the face-off. Looks like we got 13 minutes on the clock. They're trying to get that sorted out. Anaya with a clean win, but Reston comes up with it. They're right in on us. Shot, Medlin makes the first save. Robinson pulls off, Hollingworth comes in to help out. Reston trying to wrap around to the top for a shot. He does, gets it through. Medlin with the save, covers it up. He dives on it. Nice save by Medlin. No rebound. This is going to be right up close here. Though I'd rather have the action be down on the other end. All right, DiLorenzo and Hoover onto the ice. They're replacing Robinson and Hollingworth. Anaya on the draw. Hoover chips it up to the point. McPhee's there. Sends it ahead. Oh, a little bit ahead of Lane. Good idea, though. Anaya's there. Anaya turns and chips it in. It's going to go all the way down. McPhee with pressure on the right side. Reston has it. They cut back up along the boards. We couldn't hold the zone. DiLorenzo turns and chips it back, and we got caught off sides there. 12:18 left in the first. Looks like it'll be another face-off closer to us. They switched to defense again, so now we're back to Hollingworth and Robinson. Reston off of the draw, back to Robinson. Reston has it. Defense is calling for it. McPhee's there to block it. The puck goes chipping up high off the boards. Anaya picks it up to Lane. Lane's in, 1-on-0. Lane with a shot. Goalie gloves it. Nice save. 12:01 left in the second period. Raptors are going to get a face-off down inside the Reston zone. It looks like someone's getting a penalty. It's going to be Reston for slashing as Lane was going in with that 1-on-0. The player came down pretty heavy on top of him. All right, it's going to be Wolf, Yellen, and McLam with Robinson and Hollingworth on D. Wolf on the face-off. He wins it back, tries to push it over to the point. It's a little bit ahead. Hollingworth racing to hold the zone. He turns and chips it down into the corner. McLam's first to the puck. Cuts back to his forehand. He's bumped off the puck pretty hard. It's tied up under him. Yellen comes in, tries to dig it out. Reston comes away with it. The defense turn and skate. Reston carrying the puck into our zone. They're shorthanded. Reston, drop pass right to Yellen. Yellen picks it off. He's carrying, tries to cut back, turns it over. Hollingworth's there to pick up the loose puck. Hollingworth knocked off the puck as he dumps it into the zone, but it looks like we were caught offsides there. We got 53 seconds left on this power play. They're going to bring out Waldron, Doss, and Schroeder, and they've got DiLorenzo and Hoover out on D. See if we can capitalize on this opportunity. Waldron on the draw, wins it back clean to Hoover. Hoover carries, tries to send it ahead. It's blocked. Reston goes past Hoover. Waldron on the back check, knocks the puck loose. It goes over to the far side boards. Puck's loose. DiLorenzo digging. Still in possession of Reston. We wrap it around the Doss. Doss on the left wing. He's carrying. Oh, he had Schroeder wide open. DiLorenzo comes in and picks that puck up. Oh, Reston's in. They're on a breakaway here. Medlin steps up, shot. Oh, beautiful shot by Reston. Doss has got to get that puck off his stick a little faster. Created a bad turnover, and they capitalized on it. Turned into a breakaway. It's a shorthanded goal for the Reston Raiders. 10:51 left in the second period, and we got a 1-1 game. We're still on the power play for another 20 seconds. Waldron on the face-off. He wins it back clean again. Felmley tries to chip it ahead. Reston knocks it into our zone. Hoover has it. She just fires it up ahead. Gets caught in the defenseman's legs, but they get it off to the other side. Reston carries into our zone. Good back check by Waldron to knock it loose. He cuts back. Waldron has the puck. He carries. Waldron to the outside. Just turns and dumps it in. Nice play by Waldron. Wraps all the way around. Doss pulls up. Reston cuts back the other way right to Waldron. Waldron has the puck. Centers one. Looks like the goalie jumped on top of it for no rebound. It's Okyabrski and Anthony onto the ice for the defense. It's going to be McPhee, Lane, and Anaya out there for the forwards. It's pretty cold in this rink, by the way. Anaya on the face-off. He tries to push it over to Lane. It's a neutral draw. McPhee comes in, scoops it up. McPhee gets one off a little bit. Anaya's there. He tries to get a shot off. Centering attempt. It was behind McPhee. Reston comes away with it. They're skating. Okyabrski takes it backwards. Oh, they go by him. Anthony comes in. They cut back. It's off of Okyabrski skates to the middle. Anaya stabs at it. It's still loose in front. Okyabrski scoops it up. He's got Lane. Okyabrski carrying. He's over the red line. He hits Lane's skates. Turns it. Just dumps it in deep. Good play. McPhee and Anaya both into the zone. Anaya on the left side. They wrap it around the boards right to Lane. Lane carrying. Back to Anaya. Anaya tries to hit McPhee. It's blocked. It's loose. Reston comes up with it. They're out of their zone. Turned it over right to Lane. Lane fires it in deep. Anaya pressuring. Reston carries up on the left side. Anaya picks that off to his forehand. Over to Lane. Oh, just a little bit heavy. Lane goes down. Reston comes up with it on the right wing. McPhee on the back check. Pokes it loose, but Reston's still in possession. Okyabrski steps up, past him. Anthony comes in and cleans it up. Reston has the puck in our zone. They wrap it around. Anaya chasing. Reston's first to it. It's lost in Anaya's skates. He chips it away. Reston still has it. Anthony bumps off into the boards. Okyabrski looking at his options, sends it up. Tries to hit Lane. It hits a stick. Icing's waved off. It's going to go all the way down. No icing. McPhee with pressure. It's fired up along the boards. McPhee still plays on the puck. Reston has it behind their own net. Wolf's onto the ice. Looks like we're changing for the Raptors. Lane goes off. McLam comes in, stabs at it. McPhee scoops it up, loses it in his skates. Reston has it over to the right side. Robinson skating backwards. He's supported by Hollingworth. Reston sends one. It goes wide left of the net. Sorry, wide left, yes. Felmley trying to clear the zone. Reston holds. Hollingworth trying to press it out. Wolf turns, can't clear. Felmley finally gets it out of the zone. Reston's going to regroup down in their end. Reston all the way up to the right side, connects. Skating, coming down into the middle. Hollingworth tries to push to the outside. They put a move on. Cuts back. Good opportunity there for Reston. They still have the puck. Shot goes wide right. Wolf with a stick lift. Reston carrying. Centering attempt. They get a shot. Oh my God. That centering attempt made it through. Good play there by Reston. They picked the puck out of our corner, centered one, and buried it. .737 left in the second period, and we're down 2-1. We're very much in this game. It's Wolf, Felmley, and McLam, Hoover, and DiLorenzo onto the ice. Reston wins the face-off. Over to the right side. DiLorenzo steps in, misses. Hoover comes in to help out. She has the puck behind our net. Hoover's harassed, tries to clear it, blocked. Reston digging along the boards. Good puck battle here. Wolf makes a play on it. Reston still has it. It's loose in front. Hoover scoops it up. Hoover chips it up along the boards. Felmley's got to get there and win that battle. He does. Wolf comes in to clean up the loose puck. Reston holds the zone and gets it out. Hoover's on it. She cuts back, fires it up into the middle. We get it out of the zone. Wolf looking for an opportunity. He knocks it loose. It's to McLam. McLam's carrying. He turns it over to the blue line. Wolf's there to pick it up. His shot's blocked. Wolf loses it, goes into the boards, sends one to the middle. Reston comes up with that. Over to the right side, past DiLorenzo. He makes a second attempt. Reston's still in possession of the puck. DiLorenzo battling. Reston sends it down low. Hoover fights. Reston chips it down behind her net. DiLorenzo's there. He pushes it over to the left side. It's still loose. Schroeder comes in, picks it up. Schroeder carrying, bangs it off the boards. Felmley's there, but it's a little ahead of him. Reston over to the left side. Reston's into our zone. They get a shot off. It goes off the side of the net. Schroeder chasing. DiLorenzo is helping out. Puck battle down low. Wolf knocks it away. Hoover chasing as it goes to this side. She collides with a player. Wolf goes down hard right below me. Shot. Medlin makes the save. Goes off into the corner. Schroeder makes a play on the puck. He comes away with it, chips it. He clears it out of the zone. DiLorenzo has the puck. Good back check by Reston to take it off the stick. Hoover makes a play. Reston's into our zone. They're carrying. Man open, wide open in front. No one's covering. Both defensemen pulled off. And it left the player wide open in front of the net for an easy tap-in goal. Reston's up 3-1 in the second period. Defense has got to pick up these loose men in front of the net. DiLorenzo pulled off to chase behind when there's a player sitting in the mid-slot. Coach has got to talk to him on that one. 5:35 left in the second period. Okyabrski and Anthony, Waldron, Dawson, Schroeder. Reston comes up with the puck off the face-off. Waldron harassing. Player goes down, still in possession of the puck. Waldron sends it up. It's to the point. They get a shot off. It hits a player in front. Oh my God, what a terrible bounce. Took such a bad bounce. Medlin was reacting one way. It bounced back the other way. There's no way he could have made that save. That puts them up 4-1 in the second period with 5:19 left. What a terrible bounce that was. Worst bounce. I think the Raptors are calling a timeout here. That's pretty wise. Got to get this thing in order before it gets out of hand. We should be up on this team, arguably 2-1 right now, but kind of just imploded. I will say Reston's doing a good job. They're putting the puck in the middle. They're crashing the net, and all their goals have been kind of grimy, except for that first one. It was a really nice shot. It's everything we want the kids to do: put pucks on the net and crash for the rebounds. And you can see what's happening. They've got 4 goals off of this. Well, really 3, but it works. So we need to do the same thing. Their goalie's giving up a lot of rebounds. We just need to keep crashing and shooting. All right, looks like we're going to get a full line change too. It's going to be Lane, Anaya, McPhee with Akiaberski and Anthony. We need a little magic here. Anaya on the draw. Wins it over to the right side. It was past McPhee. Reston comes up with it along the boards. They try to dump it in. Anaya pushes it ahead. Lane stabs at it. Anaya battling for this puck. All the way over to the far side boards. Chipped ahead to Lane. Lane carries into the zone. It's down into the corner. Lane's bumped off. Reston comes away with it. McPhee stabs at the puck. They go by him. Reston carrying. Over to the left side. Over the red line. Anaya comes in and breaks it up. Anthony makes a play. He's taken down hard. Akiaberski's on the puck. Wraps it all the way around to Lane. Lane chips it up out of the zone. Anaya pressuring. He creates a turnover that goes all the way down into their end. Looks like we got called for an offsides, perhaps. I guess it was offsides. We're going to keep the same group out there. 4:37 left in the second period. Reston chips it over to the far side. Back to the middle. Lane stabs at it. Reston carries into our zone. Oh, Anthony goes down. Reston winds up for a shot. Nice glove save by Medlin. That was pretty good sportsmanship. That kid came over and gave kudos to Medlin for a nice save. Anthony and Akiaberski are going to head off. We'll keep the forwards out there. Robinson and Hollingworth are onto the ice. Anthony on the draw. Reston wins it. Defense couldn't hold the zone. McPhee pressuring. Reston regroups, sends it back to the left side. Nobody was there. Hollingworth chasing a loose puck. He turns, bangs it up along the boards. McPhee, he's pressuring. Puck's loose along the red line. McPhee turns and dumps it in. He's hit from behind. It doesn't get all the way into the zone. Reston still carrying. Hollingworth steps up, chips it ahead to Lane. Lane loses it. Puck comes all the way down to Robinson's stick. Robinson carries behind our net. He looks up the left side, tries to hit Lane, doesn't get through. Anaya has it. He gets it out of the zone. McPhee pressuring from the right. Reston sends it all the way over to the far side. Lane intercepts their pass, but it gets through somehow. Robinson pressures to the outside. Hollingworth comes in. They go by him. Cut to the top. Shot. Medlin with the save. Rebound. Second shot goes wide right. A wraparound attempt. A pass that connects. McPhee pressuring, riding into the corner. Pulls off. It's loose in the slot. They curl, turn. Oh, it goes right between Medlin's legs. Uncharacteristic. Medlin's giving up quite a few goals right now. We're down 5-1 here in the second period with 3:16 left. It looks like Medlin's given up quite a few in the 5-hole. This is not normal for him. We got McLam, Yellen, and Wolf with Hoover and DiLorenzo. Reston has it. They carry it into our zone. Harassed by Yellen. DiLorenzo goes down. Shot. Medlin with the save. Hoover on the puck. Rides off into the corner. Shot's blocked by Medlin. Back to Reston. Another shot that goes over the top of the net. DiLorenzo chasing a loose puck. We finally clear the zone. McLam tries to get ahead. He does get it to Yellen. Yellen tries to put a move on. Turns it over at the blue line. McLam turns and fires it in deep. Good play there by McLam. Raptors pressuring. Yellen from the left. Wolf from the right. Reston puts a move on. Past Wolf. McLam misses. He hits a skate on the stick that could have been a hooking call against McLam. Reston has the puck. They cut back. Looks like a collision with Yellen. It's probably going to be a penalty against Yellen for interference. 2:23 left in the second period. Looks like we're going to be killing off a penalty here. It's going to be Akiabrski and Anthony with Waldron and Doss. Waldron on the face-off. Waldron wins the draw, but Reston grabs it. They send it up to the point. Defenseman takes a flopping shot that goes wide right of the net. Anthony turns, chips it up along the boards. Reston scoops it up. They send one. Anthony blocks that with his neck, it looked like. That was a great sellout there by the defenseman. We clear the zone. Waldron's got it shorthanded. Waldron carries to the outside. He sends one. It wraps around. Doss is there. He just turns and fires it back the other way. Doss still in possession of the puck. He centers one, goes behind the net. Waldron coming with some pressure. Reston puts the brakes on. Waldron just sends it right back down low. Good PK here for the Raptors. Doss pressuring on the left side. They turn, bang it off the boards. That's going to go all the way. How do they wave off icing? While we're killing a penalty, it doesn't make it to the goal line, I guess, but that should have been icing all day. They should not have waved that off that early. Anthony makes a stab on the puck. They have it, carrying it in. Akiabrski comes up with it. Akiabrski sees a lane. He's going to carry. Akiabrski through the neutral zone. Cuts back to the middle. Around one player, back to his forehand. Oh, it's knocked off his stick. Doss gets off a shot. Akiabrski stabbing at it. It's loose down low. Good opportunity, shorthanded. We've got 10 seconds left on this penalty kill. Looks like we're going to get a stoppage as the puck went out of play. Should be a face-off inside the Reston zone. It's going to be Robinson and Hollingworth onto the ice with Schroeder, and it looks like Felmley for the Raptors. Schroeder's going to take the draw on this one. Schroeder does a neutral one, pushes it over to the boards. He digs it, carries. Good kill by Schroeder. We're down to our last couple seconds. We got a minute left in this period. Raptors turn over the puck. Reston over to the left wing. McPhee's onto the ice, try to make a play on the puck. Reston has it into our zone. Knocked off the puck. Robinson scrambling to get to it. Reston comes up with it. Hollingworth playing the puck right below me. He bumps into the boards, sends it up to McPhee. McPhee trying to get it out of the zone. Bodied to Schroeder. Schroeder carrying. He's taken down, no penalty. McPhee knocks it away, turns and fires it into the zone. We're down to our last 25 seconds in the period. Reston just turns and fires it down. It's not going to make it. We got 15 seconds left in the period. Robinson regrouping behind the net. Robinson skates, bangs it up along the boards. McPhee tries to go past the defenseman. He does, but they back check on him and take the puck away. He loses it in his feet. Reston's into our zone, and that's the end of the period. That was a very rough period for the Raptors there as we gave up, it had to be, all 5 goals came in that period. We really need a bounce back here in the third. We could very much be in this game. All right, 13 minutes on the clock. We're in the third period of this. Raptors are down 5-1 to the Reston Raiders. Looks like it's going to be Lane, Waldron, Anaya with DiLorenzo and Hoover. Waldron on the face-off. Reston comes up with it, and they enter our zone. Reston still carrying, swatted over to the boards. Reston has it, sends one towards the net. Medlin gloves it. It'll be a face-off inside our zone. Waldron on the draw, wins it back clean. Hoover turns, slaps it on the boards. Waldron fires it up to Anaya. Anaya tries to go past the defenseman. He's stopped. They hold the zone. Reston cuts back. Shot's blocked. One gets through. Medlin makes a save. It goes off into the corner. Reston's still in possession of the puck. DiLorenzo takes it, turns, tries to fire it up. Can't clear the zone. Reston carries. It's knocked off the stick. Puck battle along the blue line. Lane trying to clear the zone. He can't. Hoover steps up. Turns it over at the blue line. Still can't get it out. We got to get that puck out of the zone. Anaya turns it over right at the blue line. Reston's killing us. They're holding this blue line the whole time. DiLorenzo scoops it up. He's carrying with speed. DiLorenzo over the red line. He's pushed to the outside. He carries to the middle. DiLorenzo shot. Oh, nice save by the goalie. Nice shot by DiLorenzo. He's chasing his own shot. He's pretty ferocious. He pulls back to be on defense. Anaya with pressure. Lane comes in. Anaya has it. Trying to dig it loose. Reston pulls it up. Anaya chips it back down low, but not all the way in. Reston's going to regroup behind their own net. Lane from one side, Anaya from the other. Anaya blocks their clearing attempt. Anaya turns. He's being harassed by two players, just trying to get it around. Lane takes the wrong angle there. He could have been first on that puck. Waldron steps in, blocks the boards. DiLorenzo couldn't hold the zone, so he's going to have to regroup in the neutral. Back to Hoover. Hoover with the puck, carries. She's into the zone, sends one towards the net. Goalie paddles it off to the right side. Waldron will pressure up along the boards, up to the point. Hoover sends one. It doesn't get all the way through. Waldron stabs at it. Wolf's onto the ice now. Wolf trying to block their clear. Wolf just backhands it down into the corner. Anaya and Waldron, they look kind of gassed, but oh, nice connection. Waldron with a shot. Oh, great save by the goalie. It was loose in front. Good opportunity there. Reston breaks out. They're all the way down into our zone quickly. Still with the puck on the sideboards. Shot. Medlin makes a save. It goes off into the corner. Hoover's on the puck. Pushes it up ahead, clears the zone. Anaya's going off for a change. Wolf is on with Yellen. Yellen pressuring as it comes down into the corner. Felmley's onto the ice. He made a stab at the puck and they went by him. Banged up along into the mid part of the ice here. Reston scoops it up in the neutral zone. Blocked by Wolf. Wolf carries into Reston's zone. Wolf winds up, shot. Paddled off by the goalie. Nice shot by Wolf. Reston just turns and sends it back the other way. Wolf's right there again. He's going to battle two Reston players. They send it up to the point. Hollingworth steps in and just fires it down low. Both forwards are stopping, look at each other. Maybe they're gassed. Got to keep those feet moving. Felmley comes in. Yellen has it on his forehand. Puts a move on. Centers one. Oh, Wolf diving shot. Good play there. Wide left of the net. Felmley on the back check. He tries to rub into the boards. They go by him. Reston carries. They're into our zone. Push to the outside. Robinson knocks it loose. It goes right into the middle. Dangerous. Right to Reston player. They get a shot off. It goes wide right of the net. Reston still in possession. Centering attempt. Medlin makes the save. Covers it up. It'll be a face-off inside our zone. 9:08 left in the third period. We're down 5-1. Looks like it'll be McPhee, Dawson, Schroeder with Okyabrski and Anthony on D. Schroeder on the face-off. He ties it up. Doss comes up with it. Doss is carrying. Doss still carrying. Sends one towards the middle. Rebound. Oh, it's still loose. Oh my God, what a great opportunity. Schroeder harassing. McPhee over to the sideboards. They chip it past him. Anthony turns and fires it. It's going to be in. Schroeder was still in the zone, so it's offsides. It's going to be a face-off outside of our zone because we threw it in while we had a player offsides. We'll keep the same group on the ice. Schroeder on the face-off. He fires it over. Doss has it. He's bumped off the puck. Raiders go into our zone. They wind up for a shot. Medlin knocks it down. Shoots in front. They get a shot off that pops all the way to the point. Defenseman winds up. Anthony jumps, tries to block the shot. McPhee chasing the puck over to the boards. Prevents the pass to the D, but they still carry. Reston turns, centers one. They carry behind our net. It's loose in front. Shot. Great save by Medlin. Still loose in our zone. We try to clear. Reston holds it. Doss past one defenseman. Doss carrying, supported by McPhee. Doss shot. Rebound. Oh, McPhee couldn't get there in time. Reston kicks it off to the boards. They turn, bang it right back into the zone. McPhee stabs at the puck. It's all the way back to Anthony. Anthony winds up, turns, sends it in. Reston player chips it. It's going to go into the zone. Doss with some pressure from one side. They turn and send it up along the board. Schroeder's there. Reston comes in, scoops it right off of his stick. Try to go past Akiavers. He shuts it down. Schroeder's carrying. Schroeder cuts back. He has the puck, turns and dumps it in. He's going to go for a change. McPhee with pressure. He looks like he needs to get off the ice too. He looks gassed. Doss has his stick fired out of his hands. That's going to be a penalty. .7:23 left in the second period. We're down 5-1, and we're going to go onto a power play. It's going to be Waldron and Ion Lane with DiLorenzo and Hoover down inside the Raiders zone. Not sure what this Reston coach was trying to argue is a huge interference call. Can't really argue that. We win the face-off. Gets loose right below me. Waldron's still in possession. Reston being very aggressive on the kill. Anaya has it. Waldron, we turn it over to Reston. Anaya on the back check. Try to prevent them from taking it. Over to Lane. Lane still has the puck. Cuts back. Centering of 10th. Oh, it's loose in front. Anaya can't get to it. Waldron comes in, stabs at it. Raiders are out of their own zone. They're shorthanded. They're into our zone. Back to the middle. Taken away by DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo fires it up to Lane. Lane chips it to Anaya. Couldn't handle that one. Reston still in possession of the puck. They carry it into our zone. Hoover breaks it up. DiLorenzo picks it up behind our net. Tries to chip it up along the boards, and it's blocked. Anaya just trying to break out. He turns and fires at it. Anaya has the puck. He's carrying. Anaya with Lane. Anaya cuts back to Waldron. Waldron, he tries to take a shot. It's knocked off of his stick to Anaya. Looks like they're going to get Waldron with a slashing call. Or a high stick, perhaps. .6:12 left in the second period. We had 20 seconds left on that power play, and now we're going to put Waldron in the box for 1:30. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 20 seconds, and then we'll be killing for a little over a minute. It's going to be a face-off all the way down in our zone. Looks like we're going to have Wolf and McLam out there for the kill with Robinson and Hollingworth. The shot gets through. Medlin makes the first save, covers it up. Nice save by Medlin. It'll be another face-off in our zone. Sorry, we're not actually killing. That was a 4-on-4. Raiders got a quick shot off of that face-off win. Raiders come up with the face-off again. Defenseman tries to hold the zone, and they did not. It's going to be a offsides. It'll be a face-off outside of the zone. Wolf and McLam, Hollingworth and Robinson. Wolf on the face-off. Chips it ahead. Reston comes up with it. They dump it into our zone. Robinson chases the loose puck behind our net. He turns, fires it up along the boards. McLam tries to chip it past. He can't. Raiders hold the zone. They cut back to the middle. Hollingworth racing to try to poke it out. Raiders have it. They wind up. Shot. It's blocked. Hollingworth tries to clear it. Doesn't get a lot on it. It's blocked off into the corner. Robinson chasing. He turns, bangs it off along the boards. That'll probably go for icing, but that's okay. We got 45 seconds left on this penalty kill. It'll be another face-off down in our zone. Looks like we're going to run possibly Yellen. Looks like maybe Yellen and Anaya with Okyabrski and Anthony to try to kill this off. Raiders win the draw. Up to the point. Over to the other defenseman. Right back. Nice pass work. Raiders walk it in. They wind up. Shot. Knocked down by Medlin. Second attempt doesn't get through. Raiders still carrying the puck. They're walking it in. Nice pad save by Medlin. Over to the sideboard. Yellen chasing. They send one. It goes behind her net. Anthony in a puck battle down low. Looks like there's another penalty coming up on Reston. Ref's trying to get this game under control before it gets out of hand. So he's just calling a lot right now. That's going to be a face-off all the way down here. 5:03 left in the third. We're down 5-1. We're going to be 4-on-4 for 20 seconds, and then we'll be on a power play for 1:10, just like what we saw in the previous iteration here. It's Anaya and Yellen, Okyabrski and Anthony. Anaya on the face-off. He wins it back cleanly to Anthony. Anthony Okyabrski, he's shot, blocked. It's all the way out of the zone. Anthony scoops it up. He dumps it back in. It doesn't get through. Yellen stabs at it. Reston dumps it all the way down into our zone. Anthony tries to play it past the Reston player. It's shut down. Reston carries to the middle. Anthony harassing. Turned over to Yellen. Felmley's onto the ice as our penalty expires. We're on the power play now for 1 minute. Anaya carries, winds up, shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Felmley has it. He centers one right to a Reston player. They turn and carry it out of our zone with speed through the neutral zone. Reston push to the outside. They carry, cut back to the middle. Backhand shot doesn't get through. Off to the boards. Banged up along the boards by Anthony. It does clear the zone. Yellen chasing. Felmley with pressure from the left side. Reston regroups behind their own net. Felmley harassing. They go by him. They carry right into the middle. Turn it over to Anaya. Anaya just turns and bangs it right back in. Felmley, light pressure. They turn and clear the zone. Hoover turns and sends it in. That's going to be offsides. 3:51 left in the third period. We got under 18 seconds on the power play. It's going to be Schroeder, Dawson, McPhee, Hoover, and DiLorenzo. Schroeder on the draw to Doss. Doss loses it over the red line. He just turns and dumps it in. Schroeder pressuring. They cut back right to the middle. Dangerous play. McPhee pressuring from one side. Schroeder's there. It gets blocked. Shoots off to the far right to a Raiders player. They carry it into our zone. DiLorenzo shoves off into the corner. Good body play. Wraparound attempt by the Raiders. Medlin makes the save. Looks like they got DiLorenzo for a cross-check or a roughing. All right, so we're going to be killing a penalty here. Minute 30. Looks like they're going to drop McPhee back to D. Reston comes up with the puck on the face-off. Over to the point. Puck goes down into the corner. McPhee stabs at it, knocks it loose. Schroeder carries. Turns it over at the blue line. They go back into our zone. McPhee pokes it out. Tries to chip it ahead. McPhee fires it up to Schroeder. Schroeder to Doss. Doss tries to put a move on, turns it over. McPhee skating backwards. It's pushed off into the corner. Hoover over to play that. Hoover knocks it up ahead. They chip it past her down low. McPhee pressuring down in the corner behind the net. He comes up with the puck. McPhee assessing, sees Doss, who is behind him, right to a Raiders player. They get a shot, rebound, nice save by Medlin. McPhee comes in, scoops up the loose puck, fires it up along the boards. It looks like that's to Schroeder. Schroeder skating. Schroeder coming right at me. He tries to chip it ahead to Doss, doesn't get a lot on it. Schroeder taken down. They go backwards. Hoover tries to push to the outside. They wind up. Shot goes wide. McPhee chasing. He sends it up ahead. Pushes it right to Doss's stick. Doss is into the zone. To his forehand. Puts a move on. Oh, one move too many. You got to get that shot off. He tries to send it up to the point. It's knocked off. Hoover steps in to hold the zone. It's going to split Hoover and McPhee. Hoover's first to it in our zone. She curls over to the right side. Sends it up to Doss. Doss has it. Looking. Tries to hit Schroeder. It's way behind him. They cut back. McPhee now chasing. Pushing to the outside. They get a shot off. Medlin makes the save. It's loose in front. Hoover picks it up. Sends it over to the left side. Lanes onto the ice. It was a little ahead of him. We're down to the last minute 30 of the game. Reston over to the far left side of the ice. They carry. They're over the red line. Into our zone. Hollingworth pushes to the outside. They carry. Shot is loose in front. Up to the point. Raiders put one towards the net. Medlin, save. Covers it up. Looks like it'll be another face-off inside the zone. 1:19 left in the game. Oh, actually, that actually looks like it may have went in the net. Yep, it did. I apologize, I couldn't see that. It's actually 6-1. Waldron, Lane, and McLam with Robinson and Hollingworth. McLam pressuring. Raiders over to the far side. Attempt gets through. Raiders still carrying into our zone. To the right side, shot. Medlin kicks it off to the side. Another centering attempt by the Raiders. Right to a wide open player in front. Doesn't get much on it. We've got to pick up these players in front of our net. Puck's pushed ahead all the way into the Raiders zone. Lane pressuring from one side, McLam from the other. The Raiders turn and dump it down. Hollingworth's first to the puck. Sorry, I got off angle there. Hollingworth slaps it up along the boards. McLam comes in. Reston walks away with the puck behind our net. Cuts back, tries for a wraparound. Medlin with the blocker, the pad there. It's still loose. I really can't see what's happening. It kicked off to the right side here. Reston tries to center one, blocked by Hollingworth. Reston holds his own. Hollingworth tries to clear. That one's blocked. Down to the last 10 seconds. Hollingworth picks up the pass, tries to clear. It's also blocked. Right back to Reston. They wind up with a shot that doesn't get through. It's ridden off into the corner, and that's the game. Unfortunate 6-1 loss here for the Raptors in the first game of the tournament. We started off great and kind of crumbled there in the middle of the game. So anyway, good hockey game. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning.